guys, in this video we will be discussing the IMC section 2018 grade 3, and also thanks for IMC for giving us this material. Moving on to question number 1. What number is covered? So let's look at our equations. So it's 160 minus x, which is some number, equals 60. Okay, so in order to find this, we would just do 160 minus 60, and we would get 100. So 100 would be our answer. So that's the answer for number 1. Now let's move on to number 2. Okay. How many cuts does Bobby make to split his brother's favorite fishing rod into 3 pieces? Okay, so always remember this. When you're cutting something, so like you want 3 pieces in this question. So what you do is 3 minus 1, and what would you get? You'd get 2. So 2 would be your answer. Well, why does this work? Well, this works because 1/2 is 1 split that makes 2 pieces. And so if you want to split it into 3, then you just do 2, and then there's 3 pieces. Okay, moving on to question number 3. How much does 1 bunny weigh? So we know that 3 bunnies B (3b), which is 3 bunnies, and B, which basically means 1 bunny, plus 16 are the same. So we get so we can just take this as, when we subtract 3b minus 1b, we would get 2b. So we know that 2b, which is 2 bunnies, weigh 16 pounds. So, and then if we bring 2 to this side, then that would be 16 divided by 2. And so 16 divided by 2, just 16 divided by 2, we would get 8. So 1 bunny weighs 8. Okay, so moving on to number 4. Coins are arranged in a square. How many coins are covered? Okay, so I'm just going to draw a little square right here, and then draw how many coins covered. Actually, no, I'm not going to draw this. You can already see on screen, so yeah. So over here, there is 1. So how I solved this problem was, here there's 1, and then 2, and then 3, and then 4, and then 5 coins. So 5 times 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that's 5 times 5, which is 25. So that means that the area of these squares is 25. And if you count how many squares there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So that's basically 25 minus 15. And you get 10. So 10 would be your answer. Moving on to number 5. What number is the difference between the smallest 3-digit number and the largest 1-digit number? So the smallest 3-digit number is 100. And minus the largest 3-digit number is 9. I mean the largest 1-digit number, not 3-digit number, sorry. That's 1-digit number. And then you get 91, so 91 is your answer. Okay, moving on to Number 6. On Monday morning, a puppy weighed 11 pounds. So let's just draw a dot for Monday morning. And then the puppy's owner weighs him twice a day. The puppy loses 1 pound every evening and gains 3 pounds by every morning. How many pounds will the puppy weigh on Thursday evening of the same week? Okay, so on Monday morning he weighed 11, and then he gains 3 pounds, and then he loses 1 pound every evening, so that's 10. And then we have Tuesday, and then we get 13, which is plus 3, minus 1, 12. And then we have Wednesday, which is 15, and then minus 1, which is 14. And then Thursday, plus 3, which is 17, minus 1, which is 16. So 16 would be our... Okay, moving on to number 7. 3 bears cooked 92 pounds of porridge. So we know that... Okay, I'm not going to write that down. Not right now. Baby bear ate 12 pounds of it. Then Mama bear ate 1/4 of the porridge that was left. Papa bear finished the rest. How many pounds of porridge did Papa bear eat? Okay, so we know that the total bears ate 92 pounds of porridge. So first we find how much is left after baby bear eats it. So that's 92 minus 12, which is 80. And so 1/4 of 80 is basically 80 divided by 4. And so what we would get is 20. So Mom bear ate 20. So if we add 12 plus 20, we would get 32. And so that we have 32, what we would do is we would do 92 minus 32, and we would get 60. So the answer would be 60. Moving on to number 8. Usually, Mary drives to Grandma's house in a straight line, but today she saw a detour sign and had to turn left and drive for 4 miles, then take a right and continue. Then take another right to drive until she got there. The detour was 24 miles long. How far in miles is Mary's usual drive to Grandma's house? Okay, so you really have to understand this problem really, really good. So I'm just going to draw a diagram right on this piece of star. So this is the car, and then it says detour. I'm just going to put D there. So this shaded part is the detour. And the detour is 24 miles long. So this is 24 miles long. So that's what we had to understand. So this one is 4, and so this is a rectangle, this is a 4 too. So we'll do 24 minus 4 plus 4, which is 8. So 24 minus 8 equals... Oops, not 18. 24 minus 8 equals 8 minus 4, which is 4, and then, 6. So it's 16. So now that we know that we have a 16, some people would just split 16 up and put these as 8. But we need to remember that only the detour is 24. So this would be a plain 16 because that's the detour, not the whole rectangle. Only the detour is 24 miles long. So the answer would be 16. Okay, moving on to number 9. Winnie the Pooh had only 1 full jar of honey left. All the other jars were empty. Trying to find the full jar, Winnie broke 1/3 of his empty jars. Now he has 37 jars left. One of them is full of honey. How many jars did he break? Okay, So we know that he broke 1/3. So we know that 2/3 of x, 2/3 of x equals 36. Well, isn't it 37? Well, yes, but that's including one full jar of honey. So we'll just put 36. So now what we would do is send this 2 over here and replace x over there. So 36 divided by 2 equals 18. And then we know now that x by 3 equals 18. So the answer is 18. He broke 18 jars. Okay, moving on to number 10. A locked box has 3 digits written on it: 5, 2, and 7. A spy subtracts a secret number from the biggest number he can make with those 3 digits. So the biggest number he can make is 752. So it says that he subtracted a number from 752, which means 752 minus x equals, he gets the difference of 179. So this is our equation right here. So what we could do here to find this is 752 minus 179. And if you watch all my other videos about IMC paper sections, then you know that I wouldn't like doing it horizontally. I like doing it vertically. So 179. And so what you would get here is you get 9 minus 2, which is 7, and 7 plus 3 equals 10. So 3 would be right here. And then we're borrowing from here. So that means that 7 minus 5 is 2, and then 2 plus 8 equals 10. But 8 minus 1, because we borrowed from with this, that would be 7. And then now we're borrowing from here. So that's 7 minus 1, which is 6, and since we are borrowing, that's minus 1, which is 5. So the answer would be 573. Moving on to number 11. Find the area of the park. So I think I have a different way of how most of you guys would do this. Okay, so yeah, this is how much information we have. So if we draw this a little bigger right here, I don't know why I did that. Why I didn't do that last time, but yeah. So now that we have it like this, we can find the whole area of this. If this were to be a whole rectangle, let's find the whole area. So that would be 13 times 14. Which would equal, so this would equal 4 times 3, which is 12. So we put 2 back here. And then 1 times 4 plus 1 times 3, which is 7, plus 1, which is 8. So 8 right here. And then 1 times 1, which is 1. So that's 182. So the whole area of the park is 182. So now that we have 182, all we have to do now is we have to find out this side. And so how we find that out is 13 minus 6. And this would be 7. So that side would be 7. And so now we would do the 182 minus 8 times 7, which is the area of this. And that would be 8 times 7 equals 56. And then when you subtract these, what you would get is 6 minus 2, which is 4. And so 4 plus 6 equals 10. So we would put 6 right here. And then 8 minus 5 is 3, but then we borrowed, so that's a 2. And then we put a 1, because we did borrow. So that's 126. Okay, moving on to number 12. There were 84 more frogs in Green Pond than Blue Pond. All of the frogs from blue pond jumped into green pond. Now the total number of frogs in green pond is 160. How many frogs were originally in green pond? Okay, so we know that green pond plus blue pond equals 160. Well, how do we know it's 160? Well, that's because it said all of the frogs from blue pond jumped into green pond. Now the total number of frogs in green pond is 160. So there we noticed that all of the frogs is 160. So that's how green pond plus blue pond equals 160. So we can actually simplify this into 84 plus B, which is blue pond plus blue pond, equals 160. So why are we doing this? Well, that is because it said that green pond is basically 84 more frogs than blue pond. So 84 plus B. And then we just drop down plus B again. And then this equals 160. It's a squashed 160 right there. And now that we have it like that, we would just do 84 plus 2 blue pond equals 160. And so now that we have it like that, what we could do is, since it's like this, we have 160, right? So you can put 84 to this side. And then that means that since 84 is positive right now, it would become negative. So that means that 2 blue pond equals to 160 minus 84. And then when you do this, what you would get is 4 minus 0, which is 4, and then 4 plus 6 equals 10. So 6 right here. And then we're borrowing from here. So 8 minus 6 equals 2, and then 2 plus 8 equals 10. So that's 8 minus 1 because we borrowed 7. And then we have a 0. So it's 76. So we know that 2 blue pond equals 76. And then we have to bring 2 there because that's 2 times blue pond. So when we bring 2 there, we know that B equals to 76 by 2. And when we solve this, we would get 2 and 7 with a, so we would get 7 out with a 2 with 3. And then we have a 16 left. And then we would get 16 out with the 2 with an 8. So 38 would be your answer. Well, that's not your answer. That's not your complete answer. That's the answer for the number of frogs that are in blue pond. But we have to figure out green pond. So that would be B equals, what's it? Yeah, 36. Is it 30? No, it's 38. And so, now that you have 38, we know that green pond is 84 more. So, green pond equals 84 more than blue pond. So that's 84 plus 38. So 84 plus 38. And then what you get here is a 2, and then 8 plus 3 is 15, and then that's 162. So it's 162. Okay, so 84 plus 38 equals to right here, and then we borrow it over here, and so we would do 8 plus 3, which is 11, and that's 122. So 122 would be your answer. So green pond equals 122. So your answer would be 122. Okay. There were 2 competitions in a puzzle tournament. The Sudoku competition had twice as many participants as the crossword competition. So if 170 people competed overall and 40 of them participated in both competitions, how many people participated in the Sudoku competition? Okay, so two competitions, Sudoku plus crossword. So Sudoku plus crossword minus 40. So it would be minus 40 because S, which is Sudoku, has the number of both, which is 40. And then you would have also only, so like the only people, which we don't know. And we have crossword, which has a both, and it has its only. Okay, so here we see that both is getting doubled. So you have to subtract 1 to make it the right answer. So that's why you do minus 40. And so this would equal 170, right? So since this 140 is negative, we would send it to this side, and we would get Sudoku, Sudoku plus crossword equals 210, because 170 plus 40 equals 210. Okay, so now that we have it like this, what we would do is we would just simplify this into 2c plus c equals 210. Well, why are we doing that? Because it said that Sudoku is twice as many as crossword. So that's 2c basically. And we can also simplify 2c plus c equals 210 into 3c equals 210. And then we can bring 3 over there, and that becomes 210 divided by 3. And then 3, so 3 goes out with 210 with the 70. So the crossword people are 70, but we want this number of Sudoku. So 70 times 2 equals 140. So the answer is 140. Okay, so that was the end of the video. Thank you for watching, and make sure to like this video if you liked it. If you want to see more of these videos, make sure to click the subscribe button and also ring the bell. Bye.